This is called the state supplemental discovery. And once I explain what's in here, you'll understand exactly why the state is still pushing this case hard and heavy. And they're not going to let up. Looking at this, it kind of makes me realize why the gang enhancement wasn't really needed to begin with, just being real. And I'm going to explain this supplemental discovery to you in simple terms, because the state is basically saying, we already gave you discovery, but we add more. This is not old evidence that's being reused. This is newly organized, newly submitted, or newly relevant evidence that the prosecution believes strengthens their case. Period. Also, you see listed on here is Cortland Henry, aka Bortland. So right away, this tells me that the state is connecting people and not just focusing on Melly in a vacuum. And when it comes to the phone evidence, I want y'all to pay close attention, because here's where it gets serious. The state lists a warrant to seize Mariah Hamilton's phone, an administrative search warrant, and a full phone download. That means everything from the text messages, the deleted messages, DMs, call logs, app data, timestamp, whatever. And if you don't understand how witness tampering cases work, this is how prosecutors really build them. They don't just say somebody talked. They show when, how, and what happened after. The state subpoena financial records from Cash Apps, Chime, Chase, Bank of America, Credit One, PNC, Block, Stride Bank, Surprise Bank, Lunch Federal Credit Union, all for Mariah Hamilton, Cortland Henry, and other connected individuals. So you don't just subpoena this many banks unless you're trying to track payments, transfers, benefits, or financial influence. That's it. And really the last one for sure, like with the financial influence, the state is doing this because the state's theory is simple. They trying to show you Melly didn't communicate directly, but messages still got sent. Money and benefits followed, and witnesses' behavior changed afterward too. That's how prosecutors connect communication to influence. And that's why the gang enhancement being thrown out, it still doesn't kill this case. And to give important clarification, because I really try to stay neutral, let me be clear, because I don't want nobody to say that I'm reaching. This filing don't mean that Melly is guilty, but money was definitely sent. And it don't mean that the defense is cooked. It don't mean that. What it means is the state just believes that this evidence is strong enough to introduce still. And the defense can still challenge the warrants. They can suppress evidence. They can argue intent. And they can poke holes in time, and just being real, like just see how much do the time frame add up to a lot of the transactions and this, that, and the third. Because what if she was being sent some money for DoorDash, or she was being sent some money to go to the movies or something like that, So I understand that, but this document just showed that the state is organized and not desperate. When I saw this, I said, oh yeah, they following the money. They tracking the money. And why does this matter in bigger cases? Because this is also what I've been saying this whole time. Even if the murder case don't go how the state want it, this tampering case gonna stand out on its own. Everything that happened in between the time that Melly was tampering with a witness until he got caught, he just made it worse on himself. And if the state can prove that this tampering is tied to the capital felony, then this sentence and what he gonna get, it ain't gonna be no joke.
If you stayed this far, that means I'm saying something that makes sense. I'm saying something you like. I'm saying something that got your attention. So if you stayed and you listening, hit the like button. I'll get back to the video.
And it's gonna be like, regardless of what happens with the murder case, if he get off with the death penalty, it's like, okay, so be it. He still will never get out of jail. That just, that's just what that is. So I want y'all to let me know what y'all think. Does it look like a weak case to you, or does it look like the state quietly stacking paperwork? Like they getting their ducks in a row. Because I'm telling you, when I saw that, I instantly, my mind just went straight to the dang. They trying to figure out why this lady's statement started to change and all that stuff like that. This shows a person being influenced to do some things different, or might not show up for a particular reason. And if all this happened because she was getting some money, just imagine what's gonna happen to the mama, Felicia Own, when it comes to murder trial. Because I kind of feel like that's slick. It's like perjury, ain't it? I'm asking y'all, like, just comment down and let me know. Because if they can prove that she was getting money, and Melly and Borland and whoever else was influencing them not to show up by way of materialistic things and cash, that's gonna debunk everything for sure what she said on the stand when she took the stand during the trial, which we all knew that she was lying to begin with. If you read her first statement, or if you watch my last video, that statement that she gave to Detective Moretti and the stuff that she said when this murder first happened, compared to what she said on the stand, man, I'm gonna just ask y'all, which story do you believe? Do you believe the first story, or do you believe the last one? And no way she ain't commit no perjury on that stand. She lied under oath. She really did. She played crazy, and that stuff was right there in her face, man. It was. She knew what she said. She knew what she had done, and part of me kind of feel like these people were scared. They were scared. They were real deal scared. She could have possibly wanted to be done with Melly when all of this stuff was going on, and when he got locked up, that could have probably been a stress reliever for her and her mom from Melly. And they still just gonna stick to the little code and remain solid, or whatever the case, and not speak on nothing. But he get behind that wall, and like I say, you don't know what's going on because you done messed up bad, and you just go reach out to these people. But he probably hadn't talked to them in who know how long. And while I was making this video right here, I saw where Melly's defense has called Mariah to be a witness in the case. So I wonder how that's gonna go, and it's gonna be interesting because her name is on these new documents that his defense team just filed, and she one of the witnesses in his defense. But I know the state is cooking up something on their side where they probably trying to get her to take the stand and finna question her on some stuff too. So when that just them trying to beat them to the punch, and again, it just gonna further just make you speculate and wonder, like, what's going on. Like, she got an ankle monitor on, true enough, so she can't go nowhere. But who then came and talked to her? Who she done seen? Who done seen her? We don't know. They literally just showed a video where this dude was on FaceTime, allegedly. Now, some people trying to say it's AI. Me personally, I don't think that that's AI. I think that that's real deal Melly. People just want to say it's AI. That just sounds like the right thing to say because we live in an artificial intelligent world right now, and everything is robotic. But man, that's a clean version of a rapper who been sitting down almost 10 years with no drugs, no alcohol, no sunlight, nothing. And it's crazy because I saw an attorney say that she believed that there's AI. So I'm gonna just say, let's just see if there's AI, because I don't think she would just get on here and just run and spin no narrative. I'm still gonna say I don't believe that there's AI. I'm just gonna be real. If you look up this attorney and look at her background, she mean well with her content over there, but she didn't defend criminals and crooks too. So she a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So, but she being straight and narrow, she being neutral with what she's saying about the Melly case. I give her that. But when it comes to that, talking about this AI, go look at my last video I just posted. I explained why I feel like there's not AI, and I still stand on that. I don't think that there's no AI video. I think that just was somebody being goofy at the basketball game, and they saw, and they just got caught on the phone with Melly. And they fucked up. They slipped up. Simple as that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment down below. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.